Welcome to Midday Emerge. This is my professional gift to you. It is a moment for us to just hang out together, to pause in the middle of the noise. And to me, that's so essential. In my work as a psychotherapist, coach, and facilitator, I see women when they are at their end, at their limits, carrying too much, feeling like they have to be everything for everyone. But you don't have to meet me in that distressed place. You can meet me here. And this series is about grounding yourself. It's about having a practice that helps you feel more present, steady, and in control of your day. Each session, I'll share a simple mindfulness practice at a point to reflect on. It's probably not going to take you more than 5 minutes. So if you're listening, it's worth hanging out to the end. And I think it's essential because, you don't just deserve a moment, you definitely deserve ease, and I think we require it really. And this is something that can carry you through the rest of your day. So let's get started. So I would love if you would just get comfortable wherever you are, find yourself in that seat, nice and grounded. Just kind of take a moment to arrive, and you don't have to be anywhere else but here. So take a big breath in for me, breathing in through your nose. Let that fill you, and exhale, just releasing whatever is weighing on you. Now, as you take another big breath in, I want you to just let yourself know wherever you find yourself right now, it's okay. And of course, you can release that breath. And as you sit into that space, I want you to just notice everything that's coming into the room with you right now. And notice that without judgment, without blame, because this is where your power starts. Okay, big breath in. Let that go. Another one, this time allowing yourself to sink into that exhale. Good. Again, in. Let that go. Now greet yourself in this space with gratitude. Thank her for showing up today, for pausing, for trying. Let her know that she's appreciated. As you sit within that space, tell her what no one else has today. Tell her what she needs to hear. So really just see yourself in this space. If your eyes isn't closed already, I invite you to close your eyes. Settle in with just you in the room. And speak into your own cup, if you will. Good. Now take one more big breath. Let that go. And come back to this space with me. Well done. I love that. And as you sit with this, and it's okay if it took a second for you to sort of settle. And the beautiful part about this is you can come back to it anytime that you need to, right? One of the things that I love to do with these kind of practices is to give you something to think about. And one of the exercises in our Emerge workbook asks, what would it look like to accept yourself exactly as you are today? And I want to ask you the same thing. What would change if you gave yourself grace for where you are right now? I invite you to just drop that in the comments for me, wherever you are, wherever you're listening, just take a second and drop that in. What would change if you gave yourself grace for where you are right now? Because sometimes we could be so hard about ourselves, we can be so critical, and we forget all the parts of us, all the things that brought us to this point, all of our strengths, all of our experiences, all of these amazing things. And it's hard for us to just sit in the space that we're in. And this is a practice of really meeting yourself where you are. And this month is actually Social Work Month, and really every day we can celebrate social workers. But one of the core principles of social work is that we meet the client where they are, right? And if you don't know, I'm a social worker too. A pleasure to meet you. And this practice is inspired by that because it's really about meeting you where you are. And that's what we did in that breath. We just kind of got you to come back to yourself and settle in a little bit. We asked you to think about what you needed, what you felt, what you needed to say to yourself, right? That's really coming back to where you are. And now the next level of that, as you're in that space, is what would you need to change? Not necessarily change about yourself, right? Or change what you're doing, but what is it that you need to introduce if you were to introduce grace for where you are? So maybe it's more of a shift in thoughts, a shift in perspective, a shift in compassion. All right. So you guys let me know what comes up for you. Let me know what resonated from the practice today. And if you want to take this a little bit deeper, I put together a guide with some simple, powerful practices just like this one. And you can grab the midweek mindfulness mini guide below. And it's really cool because it parallels this breathing exercise and process too, right? And of course, if you guys want to work with me, whether it's one-to-one in coaching, in a workshop format, in a space where you can do this work in community, those links are below as well, okay? So for now, though, I just want you to know that you are enough exactly as you are, and you don't need to rush to force anything. And if anything, I would just say keep coming back to this practice. Keep meeting yourself where you are. And if you are a social worker in the room, we're so grateful for you. Keep doing the amazing work that you're doing. All right, and I'll see you guys next time at another Midday Emerge. And for now, be well, sis.